Thank you. Okay. Yes. Next week. Page 7, Refuge and Bodhicitta. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder of the intelligent transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, know of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the intelligent transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder of the intelligent transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, know of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely, fully awakened one, the intelligent transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder of the intelligent transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, know of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the intelligent transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer of the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O Supreme, among humans you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides and said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise, then, I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, colored like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path to sublime pure reality, the Dharma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberating also show the path to liberation. The holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts, to you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bound with bodies as many as all realms, atoms in all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's oceans, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushitas, hundreds of God's protectors' hearts, to tip of this fresh, pure, white, heaped, curd-like cloud, O loathsome Drakpa, Dharma's omniscient king, Pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly with delight. Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit, field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, famed glory outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to give, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife, you strove to learn and practice, shun mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus, from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever fruit that I've here gathered bring benefit to pure beings and doctrine, and may it make venerable lobsam drakpas essential teaching specially shine forever. Mig me se wei tir chen chen rei se dream me kien pe wang po zhang pao yang du pong ma lu shom ze sang wei dan gan chen ke pe sung kien song ka pa lobsam drag base of la soade. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root Guru. Pray take seed of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remain steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus I have heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomena called profound illumination. At that very time, this very Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, was looking perfectly at the practice of profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of the inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the Superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, how should a child of lineage train who wishes to engage in the practice of profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the Superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the Great Being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, wherever a son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this. Subsequently, looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of the inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no physical form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomena. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind element, up to no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth up to no aging and death and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, and no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, Bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in 3 times by relying on the perfection of wisdom become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisoha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the Superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the Superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance, miraculous powers, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the 3 places Dakinis. Om gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisoha. Through the power of truth of the exalted 3 jewel speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the 4 hours, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemy obstructors and hindrances, shanti kure soha. The 8,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Sajipoki Jungshin Meitog Drum Dampakye nam ki chokukala kenze drigne chita Shampe Doje Zema Lasab Gye Choki Chapawabdu So Idam Gunu Ratna Mandala Kam Niryantayami Josan Singhi Kankyam La Changshu Bardu Dagni Kapsu Chi Daki Chonyan Ki Pe Sonyam Ki Drola Fenchir Sangye Tro Parasho Jodang Shoki Sonam La Jangshu Bardu Dagni Kapsu Chi Daki Chonyan Ki Pe Sonyam Ki Jola Fenchir Kante Gropar Sho Jodang Shoki Sonam La Jangshu Bardu Dagni Kapsu Chi Daki Chonyan Ki Pe Sonyam Ki Jola Fenchir Sangye Tropar Sho.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. How are you today? A little tired? So. Everybody walk today?
Yeah.
Everybody? Good. Even, everybody have walk is good. Otherwise you stay home, you body. Think too much, then many things, then more problem. Therefore, busy job, do many things, then keep busy our mind. Then not much time to thinking. Right? Otherwise you thinking too many things. Then is lot of wishes, lot of dreams, then lot of lot of things. Sometimes we just think ourselves, what are you thinking? Sometimes we just thinking too very special things. Anyway, okay. How many umjas we have? How many chanting masters we have? Morian? Right? Morian.
No, he's not Marion.
Okay, Marian. Mori. Dog. Then. I think maybe I can say A, B, C, D. to come here.
It's all the same name.
Yeah, right?
Different forms.
Morian. Anyway, it's same, we have Tibetan also, a lot of things, a lot of nouns. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Bob do.
Yeah.
3 Marines.
3 Ns.
Oh, man. For me, Sam.
There's soon to be more, though. There's a couple more coming.
Who's coming? She did?
No, she's got it.
She's going to, right? Okay. You did? You done? Okay, then who done?
Howard does it.
Okay.
Ian could do it.
Ian did? He did?
He could do it. Yeah. He can. Yeah. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cannot say easy, okay, I'm going to give big job, okay?
No. Oh no, I know those jobs.
What job? No, you should, not their job. Anyway, with Sagadaba, even, what you call, how you say you guys? Interfaith. Interfaith. That day I want someone also chanting for English speakers, then I think good for, we did it down the Umzes, they have more Murian, three Murians, then Doc, or Bob, he have good. Maybe also Scotty has very good voice. Then maybe Harvard come. Then or 7, right? 7? Yeah, 7 is good number. Auspicious, we often worry about 7. Therefore, you have to recite Heart Sutra, memorize. No, I'm joking. Others say, oh, how can I do? I think maybe you didn't memorize, right? Maybe somebody have. Yeah, but not Heart Sutra. It's too long. Okay? Because we have a lot of different chantings. We don't want to take one section too long. Therefore, Murian, 3 Murians, Doc, Bob, Scott, then Howard come, the 7, right? 7. You guys have to recite, pray for Buddha Shakyamuni. Correct? It's short, right? Which one? Pray for Buddha Shakyamuni. Okay? And you want to memorize or you want to hold the paper. It's very short, right? You don't need to do the whole other things, just begin part. You do 3 times, right? Like that. Okay? I think 7 is a good number. We have more people, but we have maybe. Then the next time, Ian, Murian, or Murin? Morning. For me, always same. Anyway, I think 7 is a good number. I don't know, we don't know how big statues. Then you guys have to, we were thinking, first or second or third or maybe last. We don't know. We have to tell. Thinking which one, how you order. We have many different also chantings. All the religions come in. Then usually you guys also Tibetan Buddhism, but different language. Maybe usually sometimes holiness also give the English speakers to recite the Heart Sutra. Therefore, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, even 7. Okay, 7 is usually what about 7? And 7. What other 7? I think maybe you can do it. Maybe Eon. We can add Eon. Do you have any other chanting masters who do chantings? No, right? When is not coming? Usually who lead the teaching times, puja times? He's good. Yeah, she's there.
She does the tarot pujas.
Yeah.
Wendy.
Who?
Wendy might come.
She's not coming. She's not here. Yeah. Oh, where are you going? Huh? You're not here? Or when's your walk? Okay, then I'm thinking if we need to add, I will add 1. Okay? Yeah. Then you guys got job, right? Not only the other jobs, but this is also is special to you to chanting. It's short. Okay? Then what else? Then okay. Do you guys saw email?
Yes.
Oman Pemho?
Yes.
How many recite?
100,000.
100. You done?
No.
Check.
Do anything else.
Are you going to 100,000 or what?
No, not just
Not.
I thought we were supposed to recite them together, not by ourselves.
Yes, we are.
We can count them at all home too?
Oh no, yeah, you can count in home, of course. But anyone start. This is a usually you can count your home. It's not necessary. If comes good, not necessary. Usually we start Saturday 10 to 4 or 5, Sunday 1 to 4 or 5, something like that. They recite here. But if you have time, you can come here. Not time, you can recite at home. But anyone start? Not yet? Yeah, they would got good. You see? When we send email? Monday.
Guess what, some of us just say it every day anyway, so.
Oh, they don't say?
Does it count for the
Yeah, okay.
So there should be extra ones that we don't
extra
normally
ones
do?
that we don't normally do?
Which one?
You might tell me, no, some of us say it every day anyway.
There should be extra ones then?
Yeah, extra ones and more, okay? Every day, this recite more. This is a special Sagadawa. Yes.
So you don't want to do Golden Light Sutra too?
Maybe not that time, that day. We can do different days. Was when we got put calendar. Do you have calendar?
Yeah, Golden Light Sutra is on the 22nd, the next week.
Do you already put there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll show you message. Now I remember. Okay, good. We have Golden Light Sutra. You have animal liberation. We have a lot of things this month. It's good, very good activity. You know. Then anyway, Oman Pema is a very, very powerful mantra. Very, very. It is a meaning of the Oman Pema. We pray for the Avalokiteshvara. Please give blessing, body, speech, mind. The meaning very, you know. Maybe next Sunday, this Sunday, coming Sunday. I'm not going to teach in the book. We can teach the Oman Pema, meaning of the Oman Pema. But there's some people that there comes some people, not I'm going to little bit, the history or the benefits of Oman Pema. Usually, Oman Pema is very powerful. Everybody knows. And there's 6 syllables, right? 6 syllables. Sometimes we say Oman Pema Hong She, but she is not that part. She is the seed syllable. Seed syllable Avalokiteshvara. If you can recite, it's nothing wrong, but usually we say 6 syllables. We don't say 7 syllables, right? But you guys maybe not say Oman Pema Hong She. Some Tibetans also say Oman Pema Hong She. But it's nothing wrong, but usually Oman Pema Hong. Then, when people very strong motivation, compassion, bodhicitta, they recite the Oman Pema many times. Those kind of people, to give the people who have any disease, some disease, even doctor cannot do anything, just always they love something. Those kind of disease, person did the many mantras of Oman Pema Hong, then those people to, blue, then the, what call the disease become complete, cure, cure. There are a lot in Ayurveda told us several times, then very, very benefits. The meaning of the Oman Pema Hong, there are many different meanings. Usually Om is the three representatives. Om with a Ma, the 3. ma, right? The three ma, the three, they represent the Buddha's body, speech, mind. Okay? The meaning of that Buddha's body, speech, mind is free from all the sufferings, all the disease. Then we pray, our body, speech, mind is still, stuck in the suffering. Therefore, we pray for, we wish, we hope, we ask, our Lord said, please give blessing to same as your body, speech, mind, my body, speech, mind, also free from sufferings. Is correct? Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? You said that's Om, just the three. Then money. Money is a jewel. Jewel, okay? Usually, jewel, our look, forearm, our look, one hand look like this. They're holding the one jewel here. Here's the mala, right? Here the lotus. The jewel, we talk about the jewel, not here the jewel. The mala is a jewel. They talk about jewel. The name jewel is a non-hand jewel. That kind of jewel, the meaning. They're holding the mala. What's that? Like, Ramunjitava. Yeah, mala. No. Te sama te marsa. Chid marsa. Te mar te kazu mo te marsa. Kuzo lapandele special na yo marsa. Kuchi lagantu. Therefore, te kuzo mama te doshi jashe de do. Lapan de maras. Lapasel soners. There are a lot also discussions. The Avalokishwara, this hand the holding the Norva jewel. Now some people said the jewel means that represents that jewel, but some say not that jewel. They said that hand jewel, mala they call jewel. Anyway, there are a lot of different also called how you say interpretation, different talk. They said they're talking the praise. There's a holding the mala jewel. So what's a cursor? Yeah. Then here the pema or flower, right? Two flower. Then anyway, this also both the representative or method and wisdom. They both also method and wisdom. Anyway, pema means the jewel. Jewel has what our regular jewel has what ability. Their ability to our people to free from the problems, right? Maybe, when we say we have jewel, you pray the jewel, then whatever you want, what your wishes to, regular things, you will get. Like that, jewel has more power. Then that can't, the jewel is what's the specific, the meaning, the jewel is, they talk about karo, shambhada niji, compassion and bodhicitta, loving and bodhicitta and loving kindness. Okay, Om man peme, second syllable peme, right? Peme, pema, or pema no pema, the lotus. I say lotus, right? Lotus mat, normal. Lord, correct, Pema. Oh, money. Oh, yeah, money. Money. I'm talking about money. Money is jewel, right? They're representative for the bodhicitta and loving kindness. Okay? Bodhicitta and loving kindness. And then bodhicitta, loving kindness has power for all sentient beings free from all the sufferings. The jewel has also power for the free from the people have problem to material things, right? I don't know you guys have any jewels. Then we said that jewels, if you have a very special jewel, you put the altar, you offering, then whatever you want, you will get. It's maybe long time. Buddha's times, everything's very special time, it's happened. But right now we don't see that the jewel. But anyway, Mana, the representative for the jewel, means jewel. The representative is the bodhicitta and loving kindness. Now, Peme means lotus, red lotus. They representative wisdom. Now, in order to free from body, speech, mind, free from all the sufferings, what do we need? 2 hands, two feet. Wisdom and method. Is correct?
Yes.
Right? Now, wisdom, method together. They have wisdom. First we say Buddha. Avalokshara. I need to, my body, speech, mind, like you, free for the sufferings. What to do? We say practice wisdom and method. Or mana, peme. Right? Then home. There are also many they say, Karo, the Shinji love Shiso. It's a blessing. Blessing. Give me the power. Give me that blessing. Okay? Give me the power, or give me the blessing, wisdom method to keep body, speech, and mind free from all the sufferings. Is correct? It's a little bit. Okay? Then also there are different colors. Do you see Oman Pemo different colors, right? Yes. What do you think? Why you do this? What do you think? Why they do different colors? Any idea? Yes? 6 rooms? No, it's okay. The different colors, also the representative is the 5 Buddha families. Now we call 6 Buddha families. The 6th one is the Jawadojicha. Bajadara. Usually we have 5 Buddha family, right? 5 Buddha family, is correct? Then we add Bajadara is 6. Therefore, they're all 6 different colors. They're representative of the 5 Buddha families. Someone say, why you guys different colors, Then when you recite the mantra, if you have time, you can also visualization. Avalokiteshwaravara and your guru and same, different, what you call,
Same entity, but different isolation.
yeah, okay. Then Buddha, Avalokiteshwaras in heart. Heart means not here our heart. Inside the heart there what we call the
Center channel.
center channel. Center channel the moon cushion. Above the moon cushion you have to visualization tree, white tree. It's a white tree. This is moon cushion under your heart, under our heart, moon cushion above that home tree. Like tree, do you know tree, right? Tree. Everybody say Oman Pemo home tree. Use all our trees. Tree. Okay? Tree. Silver tree, okay? Then Oman Pemo circumambulation like that. Circle Oman Pemo. This Avalokiteshvara above from you. Avalokiteshvara, you have, Guru, Sam, like that. Then, the channel, Avalokiteshvara's channel, moon to second above there, the sea, and around the sea, Oman Pemo, okay? Om here, Om Mani Peme, then round that, Oman Pemo. Then you recite. Then all the, you got, we call, Karo. Oe namban roch. Patana oe embason roch. And the injeta ganso chik paiguson roch in this, and ta kare. Oshares tukani, and Suzushi all pass suk, and the Tenemata, and then the Java ringa, she the Chasangi, and it manama dravi, and the Sukas margin sus. That Jelama papi, papa number from Tangres.
So, visualize an Avalokiteshvara on your crown, or in the space in front of you at the level of your forehead, and then at the heart of the Avalokiteshvara, you visualize a moon disk. On top of that, there's a syllable free, surrounded to which is the six-syllable mantra Om Mani Padme Hum. And then with that visualization, you keep on reciting Om Mani Padme Hum as many times as possible. And while reciting, you can also visualize a light and nectar flowing from that silk syllable, from the silk syllable and the mantra garland, flowing down, coming through the central channel, which has a shape like a tube, like a light tube, and from the heart of the Avalokiteshvara going all the way down, and then on top of your crown there's opening, and then that goes into your crown, and then from there the nectar and light flows keep on flowing into your body, fills the whole body, and then thereby purifies all the negativities, and you receive all the blessings in all the body, speech, and mind of Avalokiteshvara. So you can do that kind of visualization.
And 소수지지 다 레다 뇽을 와서 지금 다 드바라자 안에 다 간호 소착 두용이 된 데가 남바 삼다네 돈소마 돈소가 남발마 삼다네 다 소수마 안에 신호고 추다 소도도 마테네 안에 다 사고라야 신지 다 그 소라 남된 거 신지 대보 카다네 그 카나 말룩 아니 그 카나 말룩네 코라야 춤네 아니 그 카다에 맹했던데 그것도 거기도 마주네 그 보도 받던 아니 코라야 춤 어떻게 삼다나 아니 가로 섭더야 촉지 와래서 된 송도.
And so you can also visualize like all the negative karmas, all the obscurations, all the negative karmas, delusions, are being washed out of your, of your body, speech, and mind. And imagine all these negative karmas, the obscurations, coming out in the form of like a snake, scorpions, or frogs, and so forth, and also like a black, liquid coming in that form, and dripping down under the ground. There's a lot of death, a lot of death, in the form of the Yama, with the buffalo head and like that, and so his and a mouth wide open, hungry for your life. And so now, so when he has his mouth open, imagine all these negative karmas and obscurations in the form of snakes, scorpions, frog, black liquid, and so forth, all goes into his mouth, and then he's satisfied with that. And so, instead of your life, you give that to him, and then he's satisfied with that, and he closes his mouth, right? And satisfied with that, he closes his mouth, and imagine sealing his mouth, with the lights, with the vaja and light, and and so that way, if you do that, that's that also helps to prolong your life. Yeah, so they said this is one of the supreme method for prolonging your life.
아니 셰레드 당아도 다 제일 하양래 was.
So Avalokiteshvara is also a long life deity.
어디 된데다 다 된데잖아. 아니 다 소수그치 리당 셈자상간데 다 어여가 대화시 보이 자소. 들이 대화 때 근데 대화 개화 때 그냥 셈자라 파타 와이나. 아니 셈자 관계야 다 드립잖아. 다송 어느 사람 다 와이나 다 뱀르지 개화 침보. 랍침보 사그레스.
So as you imagine your body is all being filled with the light and the nectar, imagine experiencing great bliss in your mind, and and then that great bliss also you can imagine sending out to all sentient beings. And so by sending or by giving them all this great bliss, the great bliss to all sentient beings, you have accumulated a great amount of merit, and that merit again you can dedicate to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings.
Okay, good. Then also, then 다 많은 돈 많이나 아니 로와 리드룩 다 드립다고 해서.
And so also it purifies the negative karma. It says that the 6 realms. There are 6 realms, right? So when you recite the 6-syllable mantra, that purifies the karma to be born in the 6 realms of cyclic existence.
로와 아니 다때 가능하도 많아 다 그러. 근데 살랑 가져 침보시라 이래서 엔트리다 다 가지 다 가지 사대 가져 침보여 와서 아니 가지 가자디 봐 다 그래서 사기다 가데 보여 가지 침보여 가 남바야 보여 세는 보여 가져 침보시라 그래서 랄 아니 다 되게 봐 그래서 랄에 디바 가르다 가지 녀모 봐 가자기 님보로 그래서.
So it also purifies the negative karma of being arrogant. Arrogant, like especially the gods, they have lots of arrogance. They because they are very beautiful, they are very rich, prosperous and so forth. So therefore, they have that arrogance, saying that they are very beautiful, they have light on their body and so forth.
And lala dungan chite bobo dungan maji yomaris namju.
So the gods, they only have the suffering in their life, and it's at the time of death when they see the sign of death.
Tjeda ko jiwishwada da kono ngaje chimoshira yores.
So because because they have no suffering at all during their entire lifetime, so they're only happy. They never fall sick and so forth during their lifetime. Therefore, they have a very strong arrogance.
And then lama said that like kola yala mata mi wala ma mata bara de kola ya chado chimoshira yores.
And then the demigods, the gods and demigods. So demigods, they are always very jealous. They have the jealousy. They don't fit into human beings who are a little bit lower, and then they don't fit into the gods who are a little bit higher than them. So they're in the kind of in between, but they are always very jealous with the gods.
Tata nyomo ba karo ta ting shedangi ane nyomo resro.
And so that the six-syllable mantra also becomes an antidote to overcome this delusion, jealousy.
And then ngazo milan da chacho moshara tangan de gogundu page gogundu ngetere ngatre moshara resro.
And human beings, have a very strong desire, right? So wants to have this thing, wants to have that thing. So always have so much, attachment and desire. And also that purifies, six-syllable mantra, reciting the six-syllable mantra purifies that delusion, the attachment.
Okay. Ani yedala marin tundola ta tumuchi mo resro ta nyomo ma tumu nyomo res.
And the animals have a very strong ignorance. Strong ignorance.
Ani tas kazo 간제다 semjeda 니제다 간조 코르세다 틀로나 간조 세다 로 하고 가지 간조 미 가르치진 로 뭐 고송고자요 말했어. 근데 뜨무치 말해서 너무 시전에 semje 다 들어서야 돼.
So the animals are very ignorant. So generally, so of course there are some special cases where the animals are very smart, but in general, the animals are very ignorant. They don't know what is good, what is bad. They don't know whether you are placing a hand on their neck or a knife on their neck. So they don't know. They don't understand. They feel the same way, right? They don't know where they're being led to. They're being led, to a nice, a meadow grass, filled with the grass, or a slaughtering house. So they don't know. So they're kind of ignorance. So animals in general have very strong ignorance.
And the teaching, tumuchi. 아니 예달라다 날씀치 말이야. 예달라 날씀치 그랬어. 나 카라이라나 나 추지라나 지라나 가디나다 조자자 돈 날씀 지고는 날씀치 말이야. 예달.
And the hungry ghosts have a very strong covetousness. So always coveting for the water, coveting for food and so forth.
어때다 녀모바 가로 날씀 그 녀모는 그랬어.
And so that it also purifies that delusion, the covetousness.
아니 다 냐와라 가리 냐와라야 콘도 사오시라 냐와도 파디야 그래서 냐와 냐가다 나 편도 주는 jambocho 맨다 링금에 레지 왕가 가니 jambocho 맨 진데 같은데 다 콘도 사오랬더니 콘도 님으로 그랬어.
And then the beings in the hell who goes through a lot of sufferings, right? So people who are suffering, they're very short-tempered, very people get very easily gets angry, right? So just like that, the hell beings, they have so much suffering of heat and cold, and so they always get very angry, get angry all the time. So they have a very strong anger, this very strong anger delusion.
오, 근데 다 오만 보면 내 말은 다 가서 빼면서 반도시만 돼 왔어.
And so if we recite Om Mani Padme on the sixth syllable mantra, that purifies all these delusions of the six realms, delusions particularly strong in each of the six realms, that purifies those. So this mantra is very powerful.
간조 안에 조진 등화용이 지조진 내차 세다 뜨무섬 가로 내차 세다로 내차 세다 뜨무섬이다 왕경 간조다 등화냐도 요래서.
And so the main cause of all the sufferings that we experience, is the delusion. So it's these delusions, like the attachment, the anger, the ignorance, jealousy, the miserliness, and so forth.
나도 스방콜로 주는 스방콜로 통해서 왔어. 나도 땡데라 주니 대신 스방콜로서 인도 왔어. 딘 친구들이야 바바치 샤치 아니 가로 루치도 왔어. 네가 내 자신한테 무슨 상관이라서.
So if you have seen the portrait, of the wheel of life, so the wheel of life, so there's a kind of a wheel, and in the on the side, on the very edge of the wheel, it's the 12 link of dependent risings. 12 link of dependent rising, and then and inside of that there are the 6 realms, right? And then inside of that is the 3 the animals like the snake, the pig, and a rooster. So these 3 animals symbolizes the 3 poisonous delusions: the anger for the snake, anger, and the pig for the ignorance, and the rooster for the attachment.
그리고 오늘 전에 주도 샤니가 나마테 다 밥에 가나 단 주디어들 그만에 찍어졌더니 라긴도 스타트가 정해되면 도와서.
So usually, they say the way they draw, where they draw the portrait of the 3 animals, which symbolizes the 3 poisonous delusion, is that the tail of the rooster and the snake, has a kind of entered into the mouth of the pig, or in a way like the snake and the rooster are coming out of the mouth of the pig.
간당 간도 간가 녀모 간가 당보 미시 뜨무 마리바 머리바 미시바 대원가 완자 다 간가 바바데 뜨무 선배다 다 대원가래 대원가 내저 세다 대원가 안에 레서 레제원가 다 텐데로 준이게 레서 근데 고발라 아니 고드요래서.
And so that is to symbolize that the root of all the delusion is the ignorance, because of not knowing. And then we get angry because of not knowing. We get, attached. We are, we want to have this and that, thinking that, we find happiness in that, but we don't know that. Because of not knowing, then we get attached, to the things, right? So everything, all these delusions, and the attachment, the anger, the jealousy, the miserliness, and so forth, all these come, from ignorance. So the ignorance is the root of all the delusions, all the sufferings as well.
Okay, that makes sense. 근데 다 된리게 땡데로 주인거는 레서나 가와치드나 다 냐와 예다 땡로 라라마드나 땡도 어떻게 해서가.
And so caused by these 3 delusions, right? Then we create a karma, right? The karma, and then the karma we create we leave the seed or the imprint of the karma in our consciousness. Then the consciousness goes into the next life, then in the birth, and then from that, and all these things. So that dependent in a 12 link of dependent rising, right? So through the 12 link of dependent rising, then we take birth in one of the realm in the cycle existence.
Okay.
One of the 6 realms in cycle existence, right?
Okay. Tendida, if you recite Oman Pemeo, you enter all the 6 realms, right? It's good, very meaningful, easy, meaningful. I really told one my teacher, I think I told the Wednesday or Sunday, Geshe Tenley, maybe you guys doesn't know, maybe. He usually always meditation, recite Oman Pemeo. Then some people have said, I have problem with my eyes, my ears, something my ear. Then he said, Oman Pemeo. Then some students come say, okay, don't say Oman Pemeo, too loud. Students think Oman Pemeo very small. Geshe, he's very, very, very high teacher. Look like say, Oman Pemeo means, we call like small teaching. Then he has not only just Oman Pemeo, not another like. Then the student want, teacher have something special power. No one knows some different secret power. Then he said, the student, usually student teacher, the attendant and the teacher always like, family, they were sometimes maybe when they like people, maybe it's very low quiet, maybe some other matter. So you are very stupid. And what we call the ethics of the ethics. Correct. And that Karena.
많이 적은 인부인스.
많이 다 주님을 하되 많이 잘했어. 그래서
다외되는 파다.
They want study. Usually the people there manage karo 주님.
So anyway, so the money is a very simple mantra, right? So it's a very simple mantra, yet it is very, very powerful. And so people think it is too simple, for a high lama to recite that, So he should be reciting some complicated some secret mantra, so that people would be more impressed. So his disciples were telling him to not just recite Om Mani Padme, but recite some other mantras that people don't know about. And then so they would be so impressed, and they would have more faith and maybe make more offerings, like that. And so that's why the attendants were saying that. But Geshe Tenley was, he's a very very highly realized person, and just by reciting Om Mani Padme, he can cure a lot of diseases. And so in the Tibetan, there's a saying that the money is the essence of all the dharma, because it have all the it has the meaning of all the dharma. So it's the essence of all the dharma. But if the monks were to recite that, that shows the sign of a secular person. So if the monk were to recite that shows the sign of secular person. Means like the mantra Om Mani Padme is for the secular person to recite. For monks, they should be doing something more. Something more secret, more so it's not a good sign. So that's why they were saying that if it's the essence of all the dharma, yet if monks recite, then it's the sign of secular person.
But this is not true. Okay, therefore very easy. Now you got have a little bit idea what means Om Mani Padme. Usually we don't. I'm also doesn't know. If I didn't check that and see that the commentaries say, then that's Om Mani Padme. Just Sanskrit. It's Sanskrit. It's not Tibetan also. And now you have some transmission, then you know the meaning, what I'm saying. Oh, I'm saying something, Therefore, very strong meaning that anyway, the main, we can make a little bit, or a conclusion. The meaning conclusion is we say, Buddha Avalokiteshvara, please blessing my body, speech, mind, like that. Body, speech, mind. I wish to benefit all sentient beings, free from all the sufferings, my body, speech, mind, like that. Okay? That's a conclusion. Is correct? Conclusion? You can say another word? Or maybe conclusion means? Summary. Okay, anyway, make small, make more, more small. Anyway. Therefore, a lot of meanings. Then I already give them many times transmission, Om Mani Padme Hum. You already have. Then just, usually the Tibetan have to, always. Even sometimes they doesn't say Om Mani Padme, they just hand go to always still. You can say ordinary Tibetan, always they have mala. It's the habit, they always have mantra. But many also, they don't know that they're meaning that, but even you doesn't know meaning, you have very strong faith, is a big benefit. Even if we don't know the lot of mantras, we don't know the meaning. Not just you guys. I don't know many mantras, the meaning, what do they talk about, all the Sanskrit. But if we have very strong faith, it's a big blessing, big benefit. Therefore you can see all the Tibetan Palamas. Just sometimes they say, oh, what are we doing? Something they're talking that their hands always go very busy. You can just the habit. You guys also knew, of course, not easy, but just say Om Mani Padme every day. Okay? Try to make a little bit habit your hand. And now I think the mala is also something people, decoration. A lot of young people, holding this mala here, this is something decoration is, right? But anyway, this is a very powerful mantra. Then when we recite the powerful mantra, special day, special time, is multiply. Right? Right now it's the Tibetan lunar calendar, we said it's Sagadava. Maybe 80% Tibetans also vegetarian. Maybe 80%. Usually, maybe 99% Tibetans not vegetarian. But this time maybe 80% they also try to vegetarian this month because they're Sagadava. Also they go to temples, they go to circumambulation, they recite more mantra. Is how much they can, they more. The monasteries, anyway, they do also nyokne, how is it? How is it?
Fasting retreat.
Fasting retreat, many places. They taught to many different actions, a lot of prayers everywhere. Even I heard the Dharamsala, the Namgyal monastery, also they recite the 100 million month payment. Is correct? Then also usually a lot of people come, they recite. Then also they collect the numbers. Then one time, one section his holiness also come. Also he joined with them, then dedication together. Like that. Yesterday I thought maybe we will give to some number for them, but we don't know if we're done or not. But now we just recite. Maybe next year we can do a little bit early, then we can give the number, then the dedication together. When we give the manipul, do you have manipul, you guys? Do you have manipul? Do you guys eat? You know, when you go to see Dalai Lama, they give manipul. Manipul is all the people recite mantra together, Om Mani Padme Hum. Then His Holiness also give blessing. Then blessing make the manipul. The manipul's power is, if you are very fat, you eat every morning 2 or 3. You don't get cold. Most you don't get cold. If you really get cold, then doesn't stop the butt. If you take all the time, not forgot, every morning before you eat food, you take 3 or 4, you never got what we call cold. This is a lot of people have experience, you know. I've told you that I always forgot, you know. When I'm sick, it's really sick. Like that, there's a lot of power because a lot of people make together effort, more strong, right? For example, you know, we have to something hold, what we call, we check this, left, 4 or 5 people, very easy, right? Just one person, they cannot. Therefore, many people have many more power. Therefore, a lot of people pray together, then put one place the nipasana. Power, the more powerful.
Strength.
Therefore, you know, this month is Sagadawa. Sagadawa means the Saga means the name of the one star. But this month in the Buddha's, we said 3 special Buddha's birthday, Buddha achieved enlightenment, Buddha passed away. It's June 13, the full moon day. Then also we say June 13, which time it is. Anyway, Tharade when? Thursday? Friday? It's Friday, right? They say also the Friday, also Buddha become monk. Also that day Buddha
Subdued the demons.
Yeah, sometimes they say also the 5 different specific Buddha's actions that month. Therefore, very special month, very strong. All the different place put it together, then more power. Therefore, you know, we do a very good job here. Research of Om Mani Padme Hum. Then give the numbers before June 13. Then we will a dedication that day, all the religions together for peaceful world and benefit for all sentient beings. Okay? I think this is good, big, powerful. Like that, then what else? Okay.
This Sapemanyamara.
Oh, this Saturday, Sunday, I already mentioned it. Saturday, start 10 o'clock, finish 4:30 or 5. And we have tea, lunch, some bread. Then Sunday, start 1 o'clock. But we have all Guru Puja that we don't really change. Start, you know, some place people do mantra, people do Guru Puja, no problem. Then start 1 o'clock, then finish at 4 or 5 o'clock. Okay, Om Mani Padme Hum. Then if possible, you can come here. If you're not possible, you can recite your home, you can recite your bed, you can recite your office. If your boss doesn't see, you can just recite office. Okay. Okay, then you can count. Then we can the number before Friday, before next Friday we can collect. Then we can decide dedication that day. Then like that. Then what else? I think that done, yeah. Then then we have also animal liberation. Then you can just put little bit imprints, okay? Not much. You just put the imprints a little bit. Then what course? Like that. I want to say something. Maybe not. Yeah. Maybe not nice. Yeah, sometimes my mind thinks some funny things. Okay? Then anyway, it's good, animal liberation also we save the other's life. Also, this is also cause to go to our long life. I think most people like to long life, right? Sometimes, not you guys, some people say, oh, I don't want a long life, too much, too long. I don't want to stay here. But I think we have better. It's, Buddhism believe it's how much difficult time, but not same as when you die, after die. Because after die, we don't know where we're going. Maybe go to hell realm. Worse that. When we hear, we have something, we have some place to talk. We have to share something, When you die, you go to maybe hell realm, I don't know, if you go die. We have no place to share. Right?
Service.
No service. No one take care of us. Therefore, we say, even how much difficult time, but, better to not die. There many people also show choice to die, then this I don't know. Then what else? Yeah, like that. Then we said Oman Pema, okay? Just don't forget, okay? I think we sent email maybe last week, but only Devra start, maybe you guys doesn't start. Maybe you guys thought just, we have to start just only Saturday, Sunday. Not like that. Whole day. Just do every day maybe extra 2-3 malas. Okay? The motivation is very important, okay? The benefit of all sentient beings. We have always, we call bodhicitta motivation. Otherwise, they become very easy to wrong direction. The one story. Okay, I think today's story.
Tell us the story.
Nemaya ane 가서노. 다 배를 감쇼래야. 다 라마식. 아니 그디나 쪄다는 게 요래서 쪄다는 것이. 그리고 쪄쇼다는 게 되게 와요. 그래서. 그 라마 쪄다는 게 쪄다니 다 배를 로설이야. 아니 라마 손전이야. 두천나란전이. 아니 쪄다를 로서더니 요래서. 아니 다 두천나라까지 쪄다는 게 요래서. 아니 코진 삼바바 빼면서 보인 따지가로. 곰 빼면서 곰을 숙진장에 되는 말이었어.
So there was a lama in Tibet, who did a chua practice. There's a practice called it cutting. So it's called a cutting. Chua means to cut. Here is to cut the delusions, right? So to cut. Anyway, so it's called a chua practice. Where they usually do it in cemeteries. So the advanced practitioners will do the chua practice in the cemeteries, where they will, face with the delusions like attachment, anger, and so forth, fear, and so forth. So they, challenge to cut that. Anyway, so this Lama was, advanced practitioner, he was a great meditator, and he was doing his chua practice, at the cemetery.
아니 대집에 갈래 다코 오늘 시도 또바가루 도모로 차에서 왔다 쪽에 니반로 고모잖네 아니 코 그런 거 솔라지 다 예다치 동대로 아마이로 남라 코는 고난 통고여서 들어나요.
So when you do the chua practice, you are calling onto these spirits, the non-human beings, the spirits, the demons and so forth. So you call them and so forth. So anyway, And so, because of the stage that he has reached, he is actually able to see these beings, the spirits and demons.
And tende chene ta khora tende ji yong kabla shena la de khonto san ne ta ko ta tshi ne sha shi so bares.
And so, when you're calling on them, right? So when you reach to that stage and you call on them, and then they will come to you. So here you can imagine, giving everything, including your body and so forth. So, so if you are not, really advanced in that, you can't do that, and you might, die of being very, frightened or scared. Anyway, so when he saw that, when he saw these demons and spirits, coming to, to him and to attack him or to eat him, he became very scared, and he became very angry and very scared, and because of that, he died.
And de ne ta ko dongde mama in cha so shi ne dongde cha so bares.
And because he died with such kind of, anger and fear, that he also, was born as one of the spirits.
다 tende ge dongde pe me de dongde ni ba chembo lumba de ne khona yo da la da da mo semje gare ro wa na da kanji shena ge shin ro ma do ne ta 좀 라고 매 버렸어.
And so he became so powerful. He became very powerful, and demon, and that whoever goes near him, will die of fear.
pena tanda ngazo herkese yongdo was samasko tunzu nalata shi jeda mama yenten dune tunzu ne wachi ngazo kyangor ma ko ta ajin ko jome no wale ngo ma ngazo ta nambe shedan de la gres tuni no wat chigores.
And so so like the strong winds, like hurricanes, the tornadoes and the hurricanes. So they say that there are these spirits and demons inside those hurricanes. So they are the one who is bringing that wind. The wind is not coming by itself.
ngazo pele na tende samaso ko ze ilji ngo tene yo te ona mi ga ge form을 만드네 ane 부jan들이 chigores ani 당근에 소속 나면 나 거가 사자 가갈 팔 보는 거대로 요래서 봐 람과 요정으로.
So when that happens, in Tibet, people will say this is it's a demon, it's a demon. So just recite mantra and then it will go away. And then they do that, they recite mantras and they say prayers, and then it really goes away.
Not huge big ones, I think we don't have the huge big ones. Then some small ones, they're holding all the things like this circle. Yeah, that is we do. They're coming to here. I was always a shepherd. Keep the cows on the mountains, right? We saw all the time, they come to with all the kids. Oh my God, the parents teach us, Say, oh my God, they lose to go different direction. They just go, we go away like that. Or tending by the tending a kanji, magic, that's been museum, kare, no watching, shooting, go chas on, but it's what and that.
So anyway, this master meditator, who was doing a Cho practice, became a very, very powerful, strong demon.
다고들이 요슈치 모자나 시단 그 냠레 간나 곰슈 자거다 곰 잡네 응원 타네 베다 산데 지금 차상 코랑은 누구를 거래야 좀 그러래 그것도 그래서 봤던데 빼면서 다 곰슈 좀 자거.
So he was a very great meditator. He could meditate all the mandalas of the Guya Samaja, Yamantaka, and Chakra Sambara on his fingers.
옌바이나야 다고 끌로데 샹지고 셈도 짬로 야보지 딱 소도 샹지고 셈 야보 come 바인자 아니 딱고들에 샴바 젠지 원게 딱고 가로 딱 곰로지 정말까지 딱 제와 로지들 내서 말해서 거라 이다지.
And so, but even though he was able to do those practices, those meditations, but he wasn't doing it on the basis of loving kindness and compassion, with the motivation, with the pure motivation of loving kindness and compassion. And therefore, he ended up being born as such kind of a demon.
다 틀리다 다데 코 곰쇼 자바이나 콘 끊어야 보면은 다데 그스미 콜람가 로고 다 가로 람가 로지라 반트펀드야겠다 좀 데레스로.
And so, anyway, even if you are doing a very powerful practices, but if you don't do it with a good motivation, then you might get a negative results like that.
다 텐데 다 라사 세라라야 다니 게시지 다 파일마 페바 말해서 와 계시시.
And so anyway, so then there was this Geshe, from who came from the Lhasa to, he went to his hometown.
아니 근데 남과는 다 사자 텔렘네 다 대리 메사드다 다 산이 고나기 대사가 나한테 파이드다 라디 잘로요 와 말했어 와 아니 gond다 다 내사야네 다 산이 청하거나 산이가 라전으로서 다 청 라전으로 와 말했어 네가 라가다 리간들라 답배 무슨 뭐 대상 마마연 내가 침보시 다 뭐그 섬적 가름나 신호 그 내가 지는 신호를 계실라다 내가 지는 배워 말라 말했어
So he was going to, he stop over, in somebody's house, for the night, and the next day he told them that he's going to, go over that mountain, to go to his village, and then the owner of the house, said, Geshe-la, you should not go, over that mountain. There's a very strong, very powerful demon, and there, whoever's go there, animals or human beings, whoever go there, they will all die of scare.
근데 계실라 다나 개체만 안 로게 개체 말했고 다 계실라 kondokaman ronge kecho mangal newachi togo marase lava ireso.
And so the Geshe-la didn't listen to them. He said, "Oh, it's okay. He will not be able to harm me. It's okay. I will go through that mountain."
And the Geshe-la ta shanchupsem dani ngonde chane shanchupsem jedeng ta imbareso.
So this Geshe-la, was not just Geshe, but also a great practitioner himself, who had kind of developed, advanced in the stage, of bodhicitta.
And Geshe-la tan ya pe ta 이 사절레로 다 ngonde 다 남라야 timba napo longchu. 아니 charwata ngonde trane da ngazo ma nga도 판에 따나 데모도 되게다 제가 서워다 콜레와 말레스.
And so as Geshe-la was, walking over that mountain, and he, when he was at the top of the mountain, then he saw this, a very thick, dark cloud, coming towards him, with the lightnings, sparkling on that.
아니 Geshe-la tela 땅에 니제 슈침에 땅원에 tran에 수 부에데 semje le mata 간지 제소는 빼 메즈비 콜 니제 침모 제와 말했다.
And so he, developed very strong, compassion, towards this being, whoever is, born as such a kind of demon, such a kind of powerful demon. And he says, poor being, who is born as such and such, and because of his negative karma.
아니 대전에 다 그런 거 동원에 주때네. 원에 전에 semje들이 셔나chen. 딱 계시던들 그런 거는 진짜 독도에 그딱 때문에 말했어.
And so then this demon, before it was coming in the form of this very strong, thick, dark cloud, right? In the form of thick, dark cloud with lightnings. Then he came in his actual form. He showed his actual form to the Geshe-la.
아니 계시된 거네 전에 니제 전에 딱 간에다 답시는 딴데로 로빠지 제가 근데 간에 누구한테 타와지는 건딱 계시빈에 뭐야 말했다. 니제 온거 뭐.
And so, the Geshe had a very, very strong compassion towards this being, and he was, thinking of ways, to help this being, who's suffering, and so much. And so he had so much compassion that he cried himself. The Geshe cried out of great compassion towards this being.
아니 다다가 다 뭐마이 되겠다. 내가 전에 제 맞네. 다 고라야 마 되네다. 아니 다 계시를 쌀 수고 짜요 말했다가.
And so he couldn't, because he saw that this being and this Geshe having so much compassion towards him, and he couldn't harm him, and so he came and sat next to him.
전에 다 아니 딱 계셔 봐. 다 저랑 가르쳐 와래 가르쳐. 다 공은 만들이 줘봐 얘들이 진다 고시네 단들이 제송자. 아니 그런 게다 좀도 라바르스 계시랄.
And so then this, then Geshe-la, talked to him. He said, what happened, or what caused you to be born as such and such? And he said, then he told him everything, what he was in his previous life, what practices he did, and what caused him to be born as a demon.
근데 계시 되겠다 고생네. 아니 콜라 개념시 유럽. 아니 가르노. 아니 다 가요. 콜라 당보 개념 접. 아니 개념 점네. 다 간지 고 갈갈잖아. 아니 된지가 semje 된데 쳔푸네. 아니 다직 제와셔마들 내야기. 다 답시 나와요 말이더라.
And so then the Geshe gave him a lay vow there, right there. He gave him the lay vow, and then gave him a practice to have a good rebirth in the future again.
그리고 된지 전에 딱 계실라 니제가 왕기 상처에서나 니제티 왕기 아니 다 된지 봐나 다 뭐만 된지 나다 내가 제 마토바다. 아니 지야 지금 상처 셈도 니제가 그놈 매와 옛나 야 간이 냠네 간이 채와나 야 코치 lojon royaga ninga yowa otende yongo ires.
And so, when you have a great compassion, then you can, you can benefit out of sentiment, of course, and also you will not receive any harm yourself. You will not be harmed if you have a great compassion and loving kindness, altruism, towards others. And then also, like the case of the demon, and even if you're doing a very strong, powerful practice, but if you're not doing on the basis of a pure motivation or bodhicitta, then there is a danger of having a negative effect.
And then Ganzo Namju Lagres. This is a story, okay? The story is finished. Maybe you guys are wearing something special. But this is, power for the purpose to talk is the very important motivation is very important. Then also very power for the your strong compassion bodhicitta is very powerful. Then even if you're very, very, what we call, strong negative person, always. At the moment you die, if you're the mind, we call, gesem, shanchusem, nije, and the gaging temperature, Lord of Ngenchawana, and it's Sechila and a militocracy and so the chicken.
So even if you have been very, a strong sinner in your, throughout your life, you've been creating a lot of negative karmas throughout your life, but at the time of death, if you die with a good thought, like thinking about Buddha, thinking about compassion, thinking about sentient beings, wanting them to be happy and so forth, that kind of thought. So if you die with that kind of thought, then you'll have a good rebirth. In your very next life, you'll have a good rebirth. But you still have created so many negative karma, and that will, maybe in the future bring you a bad rebirth. But in that very next life, you'll have a good rebirth.
And it's said that Yamla Yapo Cheting and that Shiga Lagachi Kuro to Wangan the chair. And it's in Yomor again Cheshina and a Tiga and Setalako Chevashima and Yato Kidores.
So same with the person who lives in his life virtuously throughout his life, creating only virtuous action. But at the time of death, if he dies with negative thought, out of anger or jealousy and so forth, then he will have immediate result that he will have will be negative, a bad rebirth. Of course, he has created all these good karmas, which will bring him a good rebirth or good result in the future. But the very next life, he will have a bad rebirth. So what determines, what kind of rebirth they're going to have in the future is the kind of mind that manifests at the time of death.
Shanshipu Semkola Samlo Ta, Nijila Samlo Ta, and Jamdo Samlo Ta, Labdeati, the Gombek is.
And what kind of mind going to manifest at the time of death depends on what kind of mind you are used to, what kind of mind you are accustomed with, right? So if you are accustomed with negative minds, then it's very difficult to have positive mind at the time of death. If you're accustomed, with the positive mind, then most probably you'll have a positive mind. But it is very but there is a chance that you may have a negative thought, right? And so, so therefore, it is very important, to familiarize or to accustom our mind, with the positive thoughts all the time.
Right. This is very true. Sometimes people are very angry person all the time, right? All the time, because he lost custom,
Accustomed.
Custom all the time. Therefore, just very easy, not that very strong reason, just a little bit, just short, because he always used that, the mind always that.
So whatever your mind is more habituated with, that is the kind of mind you're going to have manifest at the time of death.
Right? Whatever. For example, we are like that, Therefore, Tibetan Buddhism says, very important to the moment people die, don't cry in front of them, don't make angry with them. Right? The moment die, after die, it dies, doesn't matter. They say, if you are the person's enemy, don't go in front of him or he or she. Because he or she is moment going to die, if he or she is sure, see you, because their connection, he become angry. The angry takes him to go to the hell realm. Right? Then after he die, that doesn't matter. Then, what we do is, we recite the mantras, we say if people can something heard, then we say, explain about bodhicitta. Usually what the person's usually the more connection. If the person always, thinking about Guru devotion, we say, okay, think about Guru, like that. If the person always meditation, loving kindness, also we explain like that. Even always Om Pemo, we just recite Om Pemo. The person mind just holding the Om Pemo, they die. This is a positive way. Like that, okay? When you go to see the people die, do this, okay? Maybe you guys doesn't see. The monks, nuns, lords see. But anyway, like that. Then what else? I think now, time's gone. Then, what I have to say? Therefore, motivation is very important, okay? Always. What kind of motivation is? Pentok samba, pentoyak, jimpek samba, and Kishimoshara. And Shancho Semchi Kinlanda, Semchi Tamchi Dewa than them, but do want the travel. You want Tiki Chedichi in some Atenero. Now go this.
So always try to have a good motivation. If you can have bodhicitta motivation, of course, that's the best. Always think about helping others, benefiting others, and so think about generating a mind that wishes to help others.
Then also, if you're a little bit short temper, right? If you share short temper, try to a little bit less. Otherwise, you always more, short, more. Then even someone looking at you get angry. Nothing reason, right? Even someone walk that, you get angry. It's because of you, what you used. Don't our mind go that way. Try to just stop another direction. Just slowly. And the Geshe Tenley song was, Komna lava mind, ingi de kanga mais. But komba jana nganzu lola, kare love this.
So just like Shantideva said, there isn't anything that doesn't become easier with the familiarization. So if you familiarize your mind with certain things, then it will become easier and easier, to have that mind.
Right? This is true, right? Yeah. Whenever we talk, we have to, you guys also a little bit think, okay, it's true or not? It makes sense or not? If it not make sense, we have to discussion more, okay? Right? Before first you guys come here, very hard to read even the prayer, right? Yes. Then you used to more easy. Then also before you come, you guys have difficult to sit like this, right? You have to, like that, like many different ways. But now look like the more easy, right? This depends how we teach or how we train us. Our mind, our body is very, very like a little baby, right? Babies, the parents can train in different way, right? Like that, our mind also that. Therefore, try to, if you get busy, easy, angry person, try to not always, otherwise you just leave the mind there, then when you going to die, you get angry, die, you will go to the no nice place. Right? Always a little bit open mind is very important. Just feed everything. Right? Good thing, bad thing. We are the human beings here. We have many bad things, many good things. If bad things are not much, just, this is natural, this is samsara. If good things happen, this is also not stable. Like that, right? Not like kids. Buddha can see us, Buddha laughing, We have something wrong, we always, with something with good things, we just jumping, right? Therefore, we need to little bit open mind to big mind. That's correct? Big mind? Big means we can feed everything. Tomato, tomato, onion, potato, put together, some cakes, some cheesecakes, some banana. We have to put everything. We have to look, good things, bad things, always we heard. Always we heard things. Always things happen. We need a little bit strong mind, open mind. This is very important, okay? This is our samsara.
Yes.
Buddha says samsara is, we stay above the Niro. Niro?
Yeah.
Not comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, we are not comfortable place. Therefore, just good things happen is nature. Bad things happen is nature.
Right.
This is kung jendur was.
Dharmarakshita.
It is it's exchangeable. It's changed. It's a change, The problems not all the time problem that. Right? Good things also not all the time that. Change up, down, up, down. I think you guys know all the adults, right? You guys all adults. You have something good, something bad, something bad. Everyone always thinks complete, good? No, right?
Yeah.
Some problem people, since you're born now, always problem? No, right? Sometimes up, sometimes down. This is nature. Nothing too special. We can meet different people, we can see different people, we have to deal with difficult things, easy things. This is nature. Because we doesn't teach our mind. Something that wrong, we always, then we just very easily upside down. Then we unhappy. Then we make other people unhappy. Then more society, more problem, right? Therefore, very important to try to always a little bit open mind, a little bit relaxed mind. Always thinking about yourself is very important. Then not giving all the messages everywhere. It's correct? Messages, karo. We are not gossip. Not gossip. I don't know, Western people do gossip or not. Usually it's better. I think it looks they do a lot of gossips also. Also, then gossip, then they put a lot of masale. Tibetan called masale. Masale.
Masala.
Masala.
Spices.
Spicy.
Spice it up.
Right? You make food, you make spicy. Food make more spicy, right?
Yeah.
When you gossip, you make more things.
Spice it up.
You make more spicy, right?
Yes.
Therefore, don't do like that.
You spice it up. Spice it up.
Spicy. Spicy. Right?
Yes.
Now this is true or not, you guys check, okay?
Yes.
We make more, right? Sometimes we says, this happen many times. Someone says something else. Then after that, not true then. You say that, oh, I thought that. Before say, I knew all this is that. Then after that, not true, we find, yeah, you say like that. Oh, no, I thought that. Because people, they're not sure that they said like that, I show. Oh, this is right. But after that, maybe we found that it's not true. They say, oh, this is not true. Oh, but you said it's the truth. Oh, that I thought like that. Right? We just make a lot of,
Yes. Assumptions.
yeah, whatever we want, we just make that.
Yeah.
Right? Even good things happen, we don't want like that, we just make some gap, just put like that, then we bring the another one, open. Therefore, we live the, society, community.
Yeah.
We have problems, good things always happen. There's nothing too special, right? Just always. Anyway, the main purpose is a little bit open mind, big heart. Just you can put everything here. Okay? Then you have some problem also. Don't keep your problems. Don't meditation, okay? If you get angry, someone, don't meditation more. Oh, why she said that? What he said? Because maybe he doesn't like me. Oh yeah, up 2 years ago, then you more meditation. You make more. Then you grow even if your food also not very much taste because you meditate a lot.
Yeah.
Therefore, don't meditation angry, jealous, attachment things. If you're good, meditation, compassion, bodhicitta, loving kindness, loving kindness. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. I don't know. I think we stop here. 난 빠진 데 특징이 랍셔. Okay. Verses verse 53, okay. This is no we really discuss lot. This is not specific, difficult things.
안 돼?
맞지 말씀드려요. 다다 시민이라 말아야 홍호 예담 전부 전제지 자자 자원드는 담라 톡 페페 치와 담시 다도 소스. Okay? Don't think, maybe Kishila is going to take maybe more time. We can stop on time, okay? But then 네가 가르나데 간지 다 예담 도지 지젤라야 가르드노 아니 다 수수기 젤라 아니 다 니제도 상지부 셈니 아니 대담 상지에서 나 끄도 상지 셈니 다 저거 째와 신jel라로 낭다 속에서 와 메지 단도 말이 많이 매봐서로 나왔다 다 쪼대래서.
So just to not go throughout the text, we'll just go through one verse here. Okay? All right. So the verse 3 where it says, "Whom, O great tutelary deity, produce your miraculous apparitions. Zaza, bind the enemy tightly. Pepe, I beseech you to release me from all fetters. Shik, I beseech you to cut the knot of clinging."
그러봐. 안에 라치베 젠다 단드니건 전도 시베 돈내려와. 아니 되니 매버스베 아니 홍어서도 상주고 좀 나만이 된게라 깨원더로 지스. 나다 세원 안에 된리가 단도 말이 받더니 다 다다니 된게 고시와서로 지스하는 거로.
And so here is talking about the one that talking about the fetters, right? That thing that ties us, in the cycle existence, in the samsara, with the sufferings, right? So what ties us is the self-grasping ignorance. It's the chain that ties us inside the cycle existence. So here you're asking to release from that, from all that fetters, right? So they're talking about the delusions and the karma, which ties us in the samsara. So for that, you have to realize the emptiness directly, right? So here again, also you're asking for the deity's blessing to be able to abandon all these delusions, especially the self-grasping ignorance, and to produce these miraculous apparitions. So here talking about all these positive state of minds, especially the bodhicitta. So in short, is requesting the deity to bless you to be able to generate the two the bodhicittas, the ultimate bodhicitta and the conventional bodhicitta.
내가 오만 밤 된게 와서 아니 디나라 탑도 히라니 니나라 탑이냐나 아니 대단 상지서 나 끄도서 상지 셈 되니래서 와다 되니 깨원다도 서로스 되니까 내가 안 좁았지는 게 단도 말이 반 매바 나로 나왔어.
And so anyway, requesting the deity to bless you to be able to generate these two bodhicittas, the ultimate bodhicitta and conventional bodhicitta. And so requesting the deity to bless you to be able to generate these two mind in your mind stream. And also, like I said before, when you recite the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, that also helps you to generate these kind of minds.
Right? 샹선 파베지 돈ing에서 또 벌어들아 대노 상지 셈스. 안에 대지지 다 안에 그도 가로다 상주생라 셈에서 그러고.
So the ultimate bodhicitta is the mind realizing emptiness directly within the continuum of bodhisattva, right? So within the continuum of bodhisattva, so somebody who has a bodhicitta and who realizes emptiness directly, so that realization of emptiness, that direct realization of emptiness within the person who has bodhicitta is called ultimate bodhicitta. Right? And then the conventional bodhicitta is the general bodhicitta that we all know about.
Okay? Okay, like that, then finish. Then any questions? Okay, no question? That's good. Okay, thank you, everyone. Anyway, don't be bored. Correct? Bored? Don't be bored. Or he doesn't go to the text. He does talking many things. But the purpose of his studies is we have to learn some another different piece. Usually also, I can finish this book just 1 or 2 weeks. But our purpose is not finish a book. Our purpose is a little bit, study, and then what connection that text like that time. Then I can pick up a little bit here, pick up here, then try to a little bit easy understand, try to do my best. But maybe you guys, I try to do my best, then maybe go to worst. Correct? Is correct what? Anyway, just slowly, our purpose is, study, how you practice, then which one's more our more benefit. Okay? Thank you.
Page 39, Thanksgiving Mandala offering. Sashi Pogi Jukshin Meito Dramri Ravling Shi From my 2 collections, fastest space I have amassed from working with effort through practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose mind's wisdom is blinded by ignorance. Even when I shall reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manchushri. May I find the best of completed graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing, using useful skills, by compassion. May I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points in the paths that I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time, with my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread have declined. May I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of all those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddhist deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this great course to enlightenment completed, due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all humans and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted any of their lives from the purest path raised by the Buddhas. When everyone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. Short, long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Genrei remain in life till samsara ends. Prayer that spontaneously fulfills all wishes. Oh, sorry. 49. Okay. Short, long life prayer for Lama Sopa Rinpoche. You who uphold the Sadhu's moral ways, who serve as the bounteous bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjutna's religious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers armed with 3 jewels, Savior of myself and all others, your disciples, please live long. 57, prayers of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having gained Guru Buddha's state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. 75. Mig me say way, dear Chen Chen Rei say, dream make and pay, Wang Po Shang Pel Yang, Gong Chen Ke Pei, Sung Kien Song Ka Pa, Lo Sam Dra Pe, Sabla So Thank you, Geshe.